words can read. Hey guys, it's Katie and welcome to another video. In today's video I am going to be doing a book talk and review on Anna Dressed in Blood by Kendare Blake, which you guys chose for me to read on Twitter during the Halloween season. Didn't get time to read it on Halloween, but I read it like the few days after. I finished it just the other day and I actually really enjoyed it. So the first half of this video is going to be for the non-spoilers, so for the people that actually haven't read this book yet, so I won't spoil you on it. And then the second half, and I'll let you know when, I'm going to talk about every single nitty bitty thing that is inside this book, all the details and what I thought about them. So let's get started first of all with what the actual story is about. We have the main guy protagonist called Cass, so it's nice to actually have a guy telling a story, and basically he is a ghost hunter. His father was one before him, and so he just hunts ghosts. And then he hears about this mission of killing Anna Dressed in Blood as she is known, and so him and his mama, they're so used to like moving around all the time to deal with this. His mum knows about it as well, of course, and so they move to this place and he is sort of like learning things about Anna, how is she so powerful and that sort of thing. And it's just an interesting sort of ghost story with a bit of, you know, a little bit of romance in it, I'd say, and, you know, friendship more than anything, I'd say. Like, friendship in this book is just really powerful. I just really enjoyed it. It was just a fun read, a fun Halloween read, and it was really good. I liked how it was written. I liked the story in general. I was a bit like, wow, okay, like straight away he's like, I'm gonna go and meet Anna Dressed in Blood, and I was like, oh, okay, well, okay. And weirdly, actually, I thought that this story was gonna be from like Anna's perspective as well. Like, I don't know why I thought that. I suppose because like her name is the title. So it's nice that even though she is like a main character, that she isn't the main character that is telling the story. It is Kaz. You meet just several people that develop like a really great friendship. Like Kaz hasn't really had any close friends because he's always moved around, but in this he just develops like a few really good friends, and I liked that as well. I liked the friendship relationship between Anna and Kaz. They were just really good friends and I adored it. So all in all, guys, I gave this book 4.5 Kit Kats out of 5. I think the reason that I didn't give it a full 5 Kit Kat is because I feel like I wanted more from the story and more from the characters. So I know that there is a sequel to this, and all I'm hoping is that like there's going to be so much more that happens in the story, that it doesn't have a second book syndrome, and that the characters have a real massive development. But that's all really. Like I felt like I wanted more. Like sometimes there was not a lot that was happening and I was just like, come on, give me more. So that is the end of the non-spoilery section. Like I say, if you haven't read this yet, I'll say goodbye to you now, but to you guys that have read it and would like to discuss all the juiciness with me, then you may continue now. So first of all, we meet Cass, and he is getting rid of this hiker ghost, and his next ghost for him to get is Anna. So when Cass moves, he seeks out the popular girl Carmen, and then he meets the psychic Thomas. Cass and the others from school then see the ghost Anna in her house, and Mike gets killed right in front of them all. Cass gets saved by Thomas, but then Cass feels something mysterious about the house and he can't help but feeling like he needs to go back, so he goes back to Anna's house. But Anna refuses to kill Cass. Cass then seeks out Gideon, an old family friend, to help him out, and then Cass goes to Thomas for some help. Cass, Carmel and Thomas are in the library when the police come over to question them about Mike's disappearance. Cass then admits that he feels a weird connection between himself and Anna. Cass then takes the newspaper cutting of Anna out and keeps it to himself. And then Cass goes back to Anna's house again. Cass and Anna are now developing a weird sort of friendship. Carmel then comes into the scene whilst these two are having this sort of friendship build, and this is when Anna is like, kill her. Cass then goes to Thomas to try and work out how to stop Anna. Cass then goes back to Anna and asks how she died. Anna admits how they made her kill and how she can't stop. Cass goes to Gideon in order to ask him how to enter Anna's house without being killed. This is when in the story that Cass finally admits that he has made friends between Carmel and Thomas. So then Cass has to prove that he is a real ghost hunter to his new friends because they don't really necessarily believe him. So he's like, let's do this quick little ghost task in order for them to actually believe that I am who I am. And then Cass and the others go to Anna's to cast a circle. And then Cass finds out exactly who killed Anna. Who would have guessed? Her own mother. And then this is when it's revealed that Anna's mother is a witch and she casts a spell onto Anna. And this spell then makes Anna not be able to leave the house. So then Will steals Cass's atame. I'm not sure how it's pronounced, so I'm just going to say sword from now on because that's easier for me to pronounce, so I'm sorry. So if you guys know how it's actually pronounced, please do let me know down below because I feel stupid. But that's how it sounded in my head. So Will steals his sword and he's just like... and from then on I got really irritated with Will. Cass then discovers this dress that is underneath the floorboards. So then Cass puts this dress over Anna's head, and then all of a sudden Anna changes and she can now leave the house. And she is not as dark and dangerous as she was before. So the very next day Cass goes back to see if Anna is still the same or if the darkness really has gone. The spirits inside Anna's house are now haunting her for what she did. Anna feels guilty for all of the kills. Cass and Thomas then go to Mike's house to try and get his sword back, but they discover that they have been killed. So then Cass thinks that the thing that killed the two boys was the same thing that killed his father. So Will goes back home in order to... So then Cass goes back home and discovers that his sword was actually underneath his pillow. And this is where we discover that the beast was actually living inside his house the whole time. It's been within the sword. Beast ate Tybalt the cat, which made me really, really sad. Anna kept them all alive and she ended up saving them all by dragging the beast into God knows where. So Anna and this beast thing has somehow disappeared. And then last but not least, Thomas and Morphin, they go to Anna's house to see if anyone was there, but nothing was there. And then the book just ends in a way where a sequel could possibly happen because it's just sort of like, will you come and help me find Anna? Yes, we will. Dun dun dun. Is there a sequel? Yes, there is, because we already know that there is. So yeah, that's all that pretty much happens in the book. And I wrote it all down, like everything that pretty much happened, like when there was something new that happened. And as I'm reading that back to you guys, I'm like, wow. Cass went back to and from Anna's house like quite a lot in that book. It was like, go to Anna, something happens, go back to Anna's, go back. Oh my god, just talk about a very good visit. You don't realise it until it's actually said. But yeah, you know, it was actually really enjoyable and it ended quite nicely in my opinion. It ends in that sort of possibility where like it could be a standalone, you know, like let's go find Anna. But obviously people, if they're reading it, are going to be like, I need to know what happens to Anna, so there needs to be a sequel. It can't just end like that. A lot of people will be pissed off. So yeah, I really enjoyed this book and I hope you guys have enjoyed this review and book talk. Like I say, you can always come back to it if you need a refresher before reading the sequel again. You can just watch everything of the spoilery section and then you'll be like, oh yeah, I remember that all happening now. Just saves you the time in order of rereading a book. Unless you actually want to reread the book, of course, then you can feel free to do so. But like this video, give it a thumbs up if you have enjoyed it. Let me know if you do enjoy these sort of reviews and book talks as well. And if there's any other book that you would like to see me do a review and a book talk on, I most probably own the book because I have like over 1,000 books. So if you're like, hey, I want you to do a review and book talk on Replica by Lauren Oliver, done. It's done. Like, I'll do that for you guys. So yeah, but if there's anyone in particular, let me know as well. And that's all for today, really. So keep smiling, keep reading out, be happy, and I'll see all of you wonderful, awesome people in my next video. Bye!